Stop sharing this. All extended license ends on 30th of April. It's wrong. And it's going to get people smashed by the system. Because here's what happens. Someone believes it because it's a viral video, relaxes and misses one thing. And then they are stood there like, how am I still being enforced? A viral video on TikTok told me I'm safe. So let me split it in 10 seconds. What ends on 30th of April 2026 is PSS, Post Sentence Supervision, not everyone's extended license. I'm going to make it literally impossible to misunderstand. So I'll tell you what PSS actually is, what extended license actually means in that context, who ends up on license only, and who gets supervision stopping at 2/3, and the one check that tells you which bucket you're in. Three terms people mix up: license, PSS, and extended license. So license, you're still serving part of your sentence in the community. Your sentence hasn't ended yet. PSS, so post sentence supervision, your sentence has technically ended, but you still have supervision requirements after release. Now, extended license, this is where social media causes chaos because people use this phrase for two different things. Some mean PSS, and that's a completely wrong label. Some mean a real extended sentence with a longer license period, but that's a completely different thing entirely. Now, here's the actual change on April 30th. No new PSS will be issued. All existing PSS requirements terminate. People released on and after that date will be managed on license only. Well, obviously, license applies. So, who is it ending for? If you're currently only on PSS, if your license already ended, then yes, PSS will end on 30th of April. But if you're still on license, that doesn't vanish because PSS is ending. So the viral line is everyone extended license ends. It's wrong. And it's wrong for a huge chunk of people. And that's why it's dangerous. Now, there is a new scheme called PSS 2.0. The shift is basically PSS goes. So in many cases, it'll become custody and then just license to end the sentence. No in between. And here's the bit that people aren't saying clearly. For many SDS, active probation supervision can stop at 2/3 points as a policy, unless you're in excluded groups, high risk groups. So you might still technically be on license, but not have to go through regular probation contact or skip the whole thing through. Here's the trap that's going to explode in 2026. Two people can both say, I'm on license. One still gets regular probation appointments. The other might get basically no routine supervision after a certain point. If you don't know which one you're in, you either relax at the wrong time or panic for no reason. So don't guess. Here are the two buckets. Okay, bucket one. License only plus supervision might stop at 2/3 of the license. This is mainly aimed at SDS, so standard determinate sentence people who are not in excluded cohorts. So, for example, if you're low to medium risk, not a MAPA category, not terrorism link, you might still technically be on license, but routine probation contact can stop at 2/3 point as policy. Now, bucket two, full supervision to end license. There are excluded cohorts where active supervision will keep going. For example, MAPA levels 1 to 3, terrorism linked offences, national security cohorts, high or very high risk of serious harm, certain child protection plan situations. So, to put it in real life terms, if you're a MAPA or high risk, don't expect their hands off at 2/3 approach, okay? Let's bring it back to the myth. If you're on a real extended sentence license, that's not PSS. We're talking EDS sentence. It doesn't just disappear on April the 30th because PSS is ending. That myth mixes two different things that gives people false hope. Now, consequences, because this is why people get caught out and it hits them like a brick. License breach can mean recall, so you're going back to prison. PSS breach goes through a code breach process. It's not normally a new charge per se in the way people mean it, but it can still bring consequences. So when PSS ends on April the 30th, that PSS breach route ends because the PSS period ends. But enforcement does not magically vanish. What matters is what status you're actually on next. So here's the one sentence to remember and share. 30th of April terminates PSS, not everyone's license. If you're on PSS only, that piece ends. If you're on license, your license date still matters, whether it's extended or normal. And whether supervision stops at 2/3 depends on your bucket. So comment PSS, license, or not sure, and I'll tell you the exact 10-second check to do on your paperwork without you posting personal details. And before we wrap this up, hi, my name is Dagna, and I've stood on the inside of the system. I've seen what the headlines miss. This is Inside Out Justice. It's where we say the quiet parts out loud.